Welcome to another episode of Life and Whiskey. As always, I'm Jordan, and today we are going to look at Old Forester, just their standard 86 proof. Now, we have looked at quite a large variety of Old Forester products. Currently in my possession, we have the 100 proof signature, the 1897, the 1910, the 1920, the Statesman, and I thought I had the what is it, 1867 or 1870 something? There's one other one in the 1800s that I don't have. That's the only one that I don't really have, along with all the special releases and the birthday bourbons and all that other stuff. But I held off on this 86 because originally at the cheaper liquor store here in town, let me get this right here. It was originally $18 and 99 cents. Okay, so last year when I was looking at this, so in 2020 when I was looking at this, it was $18.99. The 100 proof signature was $18.69. So it was cheaper, so I bought that bottle because it's higher proof at a cheaper price. Can't argue with that. So if you're like me, you've probably noticed that on the shelves, prices are going up. So like I get, one of my good bottles that I like to use as a good comparison from store to store and region to region is Monkey Shoulder blended Scotch. So here it's my Infinity bottle, but Monkey Shoulder, I've talked about it. It's an extremely nice blended malt Scotch whiskey. There's typically 3 space sides that they use to blend to make that. It's really delicious. At the cheap liquor store here in town, I was able to pick it up in previous years for $25 and change. And then at other stores around town, it would be upwards of as high as $30. As of right now, that same bottle, instead of $25 and change, is now $27 and change. Now, $2, maybe isn't all that much, but let's see, doing the math in my head, is that 10%? I think that's 10% increase. A little less than 10%, maybe like a 7% increase in price. And this is only August when this video is being shot. So I expect by like December 2021 and rolling into 2022, due to inflation, transportation costs, fuel costs, grain costs, we'll see what the year brings as far as grain yields and how hard or difficult it is for distilleries to get raw ingredients and stuff. I expect prices on whiskey to start jacking up quite high. So all that being said, right now I bought this in tail end of July here. So July 2021, this bottle is now $19.69. For comparison, the signature bottle, 100 proof, was jacked up then to $20 and change. So they actually put the prices where I would have thought they would have been, that the signature bottle was more expensive than, the 100 proof was more expensive than this 86 proof. So there you go. Prices are increasing, $1 here, $2 there, whatever. So keep your eyes out for that. And if you see a good deal, snag it while you can. So all that being said, let's get into Old Forester. I have to say, out of all the Old Forester products I got, there's not a bad one so far. So this is bottle, number 5 or 6? This is bottle number 6. I like all of them so far for different reasons. There are some that hit my flavor profile desires a little bit more than others. I know a couple of them are more tannic and oaky. But most of them just have a very nice, deep, rich flavor, lots of cherry in there and brown sugar. And so I really, really enjoy those. So with that, here we go, 86. $19.69. I may have misspoke the first time. $19.69 here locally. Old Forester, 86 proof. On the nose, kind of light in the glass. So 43% ABV. I get a little bit of cherry and actually just a hint of banana in there. And a heavy brown sugar. And it smells a little thin. But then when I go back to it, it almost has an oily clinginess to it. So that's completely contradictory there. Interesting. But the cherry's kind of a dominant in there. Cherry and brown sugar. So classic bourbon nose. Flavor profile, cherry cough syrup, corn dust, oak, like dark heavy wood oil oak, very viscous in feel and taste, almost a creaminess because of it. Little black pepper spice at the tail end there, and then ethanol ding to finish it out, underlain with a sweet vanilla. Extremely nice, well put together, well-rounded flavor profile. As far as bourbons go, not extremely high proof. So if that's what you're into, probably not this bottle. But as far as flavor for the proof, I'd highly recommend this. This Old Forester 86 proof has a lot of flavor for the lower proof that it sits at, but it's not at the basement. It's not at 40%. It's just above that. Nose didn't change flavor profile. Went more sweet cherry than cough syrup. But then that ethanol, a little bit of tannic property from the oak kind of comes through, which kind of brings you back into that medicinal realm. And actually now the aftertaste is like Robitussin cherry cough syrup, the non-sweet variety. That follows quickly with a vanilla. Kind of an interesting mix of flavors there. So what I'm going to invite you to do, if you haven't already, try and have a bottle with you while watching these videos, the bottle that I'm reviewing, and taste and smell that bottle as I'm watching. And what I would like you to do is nose it and taste it before you hear anything I have to say. See what you think, maybe write it down if you want, and then watch the review. And if you get what I get out of that bottle, then you'll know that my reviews will be pretty similar. Not always, but most of the time will be pretty similar to what you find personally, and might help steer you to or away from a bottle, or maybe help maximize your purchasing power, or steer you away from wasting money on a bottle that you might not like. That's not always going to be true, and keep in mind that taste and smell and all those things are subjective. We all experience it different. So if somebody came in and said, hey, that smells like orange and cow shit, they might be right. Everybody experiences it differently. So to say that it's only this or it's only that is not correct. So because it's so subjective, you really need to find a reviewer online or whatever, if that's what you're into, that matches up with your own personal stuff, with your own personal experience and how you experience that whiskey. Because if you don't, I see a lot of people. I've bought several bottles now that people have raved about. Multiple channels have raved about them. I've gotten them and been completely dissatisfied with them. I've also gone the other direction where I've picked up bottles, especially on the cheap end, that I was like, wow, this is really, enjoyable for the price, and I really, really like it, and I have a lot of good things to say about it. And then when I go later on and watch a review of it, people are just crapping all over it, and I highly disagree. So there you go. If you want to play along, so to speak, definitely give that a whirl, and let me know how that goes in the comments down below. If you find yourself, looking and smelling and tasting the things that I am telling you about with each whiskey, then you know, I would greatly appreciate some feedback on that. So on those lines, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Maybe drop a comment down below. Let me know what you can find a bottle of Old Forester 86 for in your area. I think going forward, as I said, prices are going to keep increasing, so maybe keeping a running tally in the comment section might help some people find bottles for more reasonable prices depending on region. So go ahead and do that. If you have an experience with Old Forester 86 proof, I'd love to hear about that as well, or just about really anything else you got going on. Drop it in the comments down below. I'll try and get back to you and comment back to you when I get a moment. And yeah, that's probably all I got for that. So let's wrap her up there. You guys have yourselves a great day. Thank you for watching as always, and we'll catch you in the next video.